Have you ever looked in the mirror or seen a picture of yourself and thought, when did this happen? You're eating pretty well, you're exercising, you're trying to hit your protein, maybe you're even tracking your macros. And somehow the scale just keeps going up. Or maybe it won't move at all. If that's you, I need you to hear this. You're not lazy, you're not failing, and you're definitely not crazy. Your body has changed. And once you understand why, you can stop fighting against it and start working with it. I'm Christine Jennings. I'm a certified nurse midwife and mom of twins, and for more than 21 years, I've had the privilege of caring for women through every stage of life. And now I'm passionate about helping women over 40 understand what's happening to their bodies so they can feel like themselves again. And lately, one conversation that is continuing to come up is, Christine, I don't even recognize my body anymore. Like a woman recently told me this at her appointment. She said, I'm eating the same, I'm exercising the same, and somehow I keep gaining weight. I looked at her and I said, girl, you are not the first woman to tell me this. If you felt this way too, like you're not alone. And before you're thinking, she's just going to tell me everyone needs a GLP-1, stay with me because there's so much bigger. This is so much bigger than one medication. Like, first, we need to understand what's actually changing inside our body. For years, we were told eat less, exercise more, burn more calories than you consume. And honestly, those things probably worked when you were in your 20s. But, girlfriend, you are not in your 20s. And perimenopause completely changes the rules. Hormones begin to fluctuate, sleep often gets worse, stress affects your body differently, and you naturally begin losing muscle. And your metabolism just doesn't respond the way that it used to. So, when women tell me, I'm doing all the things, I'm doing everything I used to do, and nothing is working anymore, I believe them because physiologically, your body's different now. Like you're not 20 anymore. So there's three big changes that are happening. The first is hormonal change. As estrogen fluctuates and eventually declines, your body begins storing fat differently. That's why so many women suddenly notice weight gain around their midsection, even if their habits haven't changed. Second is insulin. Think of insulin like a key. Its job is to unlock your cells so sugar can move out of your bloodstream and be used for energy. And over time, many women become less responsive to insulin, so your body produces more. And when insulin stays elevated, it can make fat loss much more difficult. It doesn't mean that you failed, it's simply one piece of what's changing. And then the third is muscle. Beginning in our 40s, we naturally lose muscle if we aren't intentionally maintaining it. And muscle is incredibly important because it helps support a healthy metabolism. So now you've got several things happening at once. You've got hormonal shifts, you've got changes in insulin sensitivity, and you've got loss of muscle. So it's no wonder the old strategy stopped working. Now, I can relate to this because I've lived this myself. At 47, I was lifting weights, I was tracking my macros, I was eating well, I was taking all the supplements, and doing everything I had spent years encouraging other women to do. And the scale kept climbing. And that was the moment I stopped asking, what's wrong with me? And started asking, okay, what's changed inside my body? And after looking at my own health and reviewing my options with appropriate medical guidance, I decided to try a GLP-1 GIP medication. And for me, it became much bigger plan. I kept strength training. I prioritized protein. I focused on my metabolic health. And that combination worked well for me. And that's my personal experience. And everyone's situation is different. But the biggest lesson I learned was this. I had to stop treating my 47-year-old body like it was still 27. So, once you understand what's happening, your strategy can change. And instead of simply eating less, you start thinking about building and preserving muscle, eating enough protein, like eat protein like it's your job, improve sleep, manage your stress, support your metabolic health. And for some women, after a thorough medical evaluation, treatments like GLP-1 GIP or peptide therapy can be an appropriate part of an individualized plan. The goal isn't chasing every trend you see online, it's finding the right approach for your body with guidance from a qualified health provider. So, if there's one thing I hope you take away from today's video, it's this. You're not broken, you're not lazy, and you're not imagining this. Perimenopause changes the way your body works. But once you understand those changes, you can stop blaming yourself and start working with your body instead of against it. So over the next few videos, we're going to go dive deeper into all of this. We'll talk about insulin resistance, strength training, protein, GLP-1 medications, peptides, and how to separate the science from the hype. If you'd like my free hormone and metabolism guide, comment guide below and I'll send it to you, or send me a message on Instagram with the word guide and I'd be happy to point you toward more information. And if this video was helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe so we can keep learning together. I'm Christine Jennings, Certified Nurse Midwife, and I'm here to help women over 40 understand their changing bodies so they can feel like themselves again. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.